It's been a minute since I've meal prepped my salads and stuff with you. So today I'm making my own salad dressing and I'm weighing everything out for this week's tracking. Stay tuned, y'all. So to get my salads and veggies, I told you all that I'm going to be weighing things out when I make my salads. So I'm actually going to, first I just want to get these vegetables chopped up and I'll put them in containers and ready to go. I have a jicama here. I love jicama, and so jicamas are a booger they're easy to slice but hard to peel. It's the opposite. Rutabaga's easy to peel but hard to slice because it's so dense. But anyway, so I'm gonna just stand here with this thing, and you can only do a little bit at a time. So I really need to go stand over the trash can and do this. So I can do like little slivers like that. So it's going to take me a while and I'll be back. But I'm going to go do this. I'm just going to use one with one of those up and down teeth. I think that's called serrated. I don't know. It looks like saw teeth. Anyway, so I'm going to go do that over the trash can and then I'll be back. I had forgotten if I do it this way, it's not as bad. Anyway, I always say if I would have been born before these things, if it was the potato famine or whatever kind of famine, I would have been sold to the circus or first man that came along. My mama and dad would have sold me off because I cannot peel things without taking a whole bunch of meat with it. So it's a good thing that my mama didn't need me in the kitchen because they would have sold me off to the circus or, I don't know, somebody. They just done sold me off fast. Because I am not good at leaving. I take more than just the skin off of it. All right, so now I got this peeled. Let me trash this. By the way, there's there's wax that is on the outer side of jicama and rutabaga. So I really do not like rutabaga and jicama to sit on my counter. It is very, it leaves, like I said, a residue. And so, I don't even like cutting things on the same things they've been sitting on. All right, well, let's get this chopped up. I don't know what I'm going to put it in. Hang on, my eye's itching. Oh, well, first I'm going to cut it in half. I'm not going to pull out my chopper thing, the cuber. I'm going to use my chopper on the onions and the rutabaga. So like I said, my plan is I'm going to continue with my 2 meals per day and trying to avoid eating the sweet stuff within reason. Within reason. I am not a purist, so don't be expecting to watch my channel and think I'm going to be making everything from scratch because I am not about that life. But our dressing, that's going to be something totally new. So I'll show you that whenever I'm there. Anyway, so I'm just slicing this jicama and now I'm going to cube it up. Well, maybe I should do it like this. Hang on. Sometimes I get ahead of myself before I'm ready. And I know I even own a disposable, that's a bad piece. I even own a disposable, it's disposable, what do you call it, a chopping thing. Oh my goodness, whatever you call that thing. But I don't use them. I forget, and paper plates are so quick and easy. Although everything's so expensive nowadays, it's not cheap. But anyway, so... well, that sure doesn't hold much. That was a disappointment. I think I need something. I'll start off with that. I don't know if that's going to hold it all either. Anyway, a cutting board. Oh, look at me, guys. I said it. Yay, Terry. Good job. Listen, if you can't cheer yourself on, then you got a problem. You got to cheer yourself on sometimes. Anyway, so, but I'm going to be weighing and measuring things this next couple weeks. So I'm going to be cutting everything up, and today we're going to be making my salads. And what the good thing about the app that I use, and probably most apps, look, I've only used 2 apps before. I've used my Fitness Pal, and currently I use, what the heck is it? I use Chronometer. So you use whatever app you're used to and prefer, and that's all right. But anyway, so what I like about Chronometer, and like I said, I'm sure they're all the same, but I can put in a salad and carry that same salad over from day to day to day. And then that way I don't have to, if I measure out all my salads the same, that's the best thing about tracking, man. When I track, I only track, I better do the Begga. When I track, I do I eat mostly the same foods. The things that are different is like my meat or how many eggs or something like that. But when I track, you'll find that when I track, it's usually the same foods that I eat all the time. And that's all right. I mean, I eat the same thing now all the time too. I'm eating my salads with my meat. And then, I don't know, whatever I'm eating at supper time. A lot of times I've been eating eggs with my meat and maybe a little bit of raw veggie. Anyway, so all right, I'm going to do the same thing with this rutabaga. Hopefully you can see. Yeah, you can see. I'm going to just kind of keep spinning round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Again, the rutabaga is much easier to peel than the jicama. But you want that serrated, I think that's what it's called, the one with teeth. So, all right, I'm going to go around both of these, and I'll be right back. So the thing about jicama is the texture inside, it's not slimy, but it's slick. And so I can't get that slick to wash off my hands. So I really like to use gloves, especially for peeling the rutabaga and jicama, and for chopping up the jicama. The rutabaga, it's just wet like a regular veggie, but there's just something weird about the jicama. So, all right. Now, today I'm breaking out, this is my chopper that Miss Gloria got me. It's Fabio Viviani. Doesn't that sound fancy? Like, that sounds like he is somebody. Like, that just sounds highfalutin. Anyway, I haven't used this in a while because I haven't really been into the whole veggie scene. I mean, I have, but not what I'm about to do today. So, I'm going to cut them in quarters. Okay, eighths. Probably going to have to cut it into eighths. Then we're going to chop it up. And we're also going to use my sister's. She gave me one for Christmas. And I know that this one right here is strong enough to cut up the rutabaga. But I don't know if the one my sister gave me is. So I'm using both of them. That one's going to be for onions, the one my sister gave me. So I think I'm just going to chop it up. Hang on, let me get this one in eighths also. And then we're going to get it done. We're going to get her done, boys. We're going to get her done. Get her done. All right. That's why I can't track on meal prep days, because one for the bowl, one for Terri. One for the bowl, one for the Terri. One for the Terri. All right. So this thing, there is something similar to this I saw on Amazon, and I have it in my, what do you call that thing? Anybody look in the description of this video. I have a Amazon storefront, and it has one similar. All right, so then you go. When I was doing my rutabaga cakes, Begga cakes, I wanted it really fine. But since this is for salads, yeah, that one's a little bit big, but I don't want it really, really fine. I'm going to get a Ziploc bag. I'll be right back. So now, pull that out, and I'll dump it in this bag. And if there's any chunks that are like too big, I'll put it back in to be chopped up again with the other. That's good. And I'll drop in I think it works better if I make these a little smaller. So, I'll cut these 4s into, or these, though I'll making them smaller. Don't make me do percentages, y'all. You know I ain't about that math kind of life. All right. There we go. So I'm going to finish up this other rutabaga, and then we will get on to my onions. Well, I lied. Evidently, I didn't have the other one fully charged. So we're going to use this one again. So Gloria sent me this when she saw I was struggling with onions, and onions make my eyes water, like it does a lot of people. And so this way, I just have to peel the outer couple layers, and then I just chop it into like 4 pieces, and then I chop it up. So there's one. I'm gonna do both yellows at the same time. Cool story, true story. Today's Saturday, and I took off a couple days this week in case my mom needed me after her surgery. Well, she ended up not needing me. But on one of the days that I was home, I did laundry. So even though today's Saturday, I don't have to, most of the time I'm going back and forth from downstairs to upstairs, listening for the laundry to beep. I swear I just thought I heard the buzzer from my dryer, and I'm like, oh wait, no I didn't, because I am not having to do laundry today. I did it earlier in the week. Yay! So anyway, let me get this peeled off just a second. All right, so I'm just going to cut it into 4 chunks and then drop it in, and we'll do this other one at the same time. My eyes are already starting to burn, so it's so nice when I use this because that's it. Now I don't have to deal with anything. So let me find the lid, put that on it, and I want it to be a rough chop, so yeah, that's good. So you can see that. It's just like a nice little rough chop. Onions are very wet for me. So I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do, Terry? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna put them in here for now. And I'm dirtying up bowls today. I'll let this paper towel kind of soak up some of that extra moisture. Let me get a spoon. Oh, we've been talking about this in the comment section. I'm using a plastic spatula is what some of y'all call this, a plastic spatula. And then the other one is called a metal spatula, otherwise known as a pancake turner or burger turner or whatever you want to call it. All right. So now I'm going to do this exact same thing with my red onions, and I will be back. Miss Ethel Pierzynski, I cut up my onions, and then I lathered up my hands and washed them, and then I used your little, I forgot what this thing is called. It's a steel odor remover, steel stone. Anyway, it worked. My hands don't smell like onions. You're a genius. Thank you. Meal prep takes a little longer when I'm tracking, but that's okay. So I've got to make 6 salads, and so I'm going to divide each bag into 3. So that's, we'll just say 450. Ziggy, what's 450 divided by 3?
450 divided by 3 is 150.
Okay. If you knew that answer, just hush it. Put them eyes back in your head. I know you rolled them. Anyway, so 150. So that's how many grams of cabbage I'm going to have in my salad. So when I'm building it for tracking, I write it down on something. Come on, where's something to write on, Terry? Where did you put it? I know I pulled it out somewhere. Ha-ha. So I put it down. So this was cab 150. So I'm going to set that right down there, out of the way. So I'm going to get her cut up, or cut open. And I turn it on. Because I like to do things by grams for my brain. It just works better. So I zero it out, and then I'm going to put in 150 grams. Oh, maybe. I'm going to dump 100 and 200 out on the counter. Might be too much, but that's all right. We'll see what we get. All right, so 150 grams. And so this is how I do it when I'm measuring and tracking. I build everything on a scale. Ooh, Nelly. And then plop it in there, and that should be close. Yeah. A little over, we'll just put a little in here. So, all right, so there we go. So that's how I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do these other 3 with this other one. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a different bowl. All right, anyway, I'm going to do these other 3. I'll be right back. Now, I don't have any preconceived weights. I threw away the old thing that I used to use, which kind of makes me mad, but it is what it is. So I do not have any preconceived weights of how much I'm going to use of each thing. I think I used to use about 60, but I'm not worried about it. So, because right now I'm just tracking and just kind of getting an idea of what I want on my salads and what my macros look like. Once I get them billed, like I said, I do think it was about 60, so we're going to try to go for that. So, and listen, I'm not going to worry if it's 62, 61, 63. I'm just going to write for 60. Because one little piece is not going to be that different. But I do need to zero it out between each one. So around 30 grams of each one. Around. If it ain't exactly, like I said, I'm not crying. Okay. So there's 61. So now I'm just going to keep going and adding around 60 grams of these onions. And when it's all done, I will put them out into a container to store them for anything else I want to use them for. 0. So, all right, I'll see you back in when I get these other 3 done. So now I'm done with the onions on my salad. I'm going to put them in these containers. They're just perfect. And I'm going to put a little paper towel on it because I store them upside down. I've had people ask how come I don't put the paper towel on the bottom. Sometimes the paper towel gets so wet it needs to be changed. And so, this way I can easily take it off. So then I'll put a sticker, red onion. So that way I know what it is since this is not a clear, it's not a clear see-through. I'll tell you what I need is to get some more of that size. Because these are actually for steaming vegetables in the microwave. But it's okay. It's going to work. And then these are going to be yellow onions, so I'll put that on here. Yellow onions. All right. So now, get that clean. I'll just stick it right there for now. And all I did was I just kind of shook them down into here. There are a few larger chunks of the onions, but that's okay. It's all right, guys. This is why I go through a lot of paper towels, because I use a lot. So there we go. That might have fit in a smaller one, but it don't matter. Come on, fella, get on there now. Don't be fighting me. I ain't got that kind of mental time. There we go. And I put yellow onions on it. Now I'm going to put these away and get this put away, and we'll add the other stuff on. I'll be right back. Next up, we're going to add in our rutabaga. Again, we just start off with a scale, zero it out. I think I used to do around 60 of the rutabaga, so I'm just going to go with that. I did 60 or 70. I don't know. Let's see what a spoonful is. 36, 70. All right. So I'm going to write down on my thing, Begga, 70. So now on all of these, I will zero them out. And I will add around 70 grams. And I like grams because, you know, it's a lot less and it's easier to do than ounces because there's what, 28 grams in 1 ounce. So it's a smaller, more finite, I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, read my mind, you people. It's a good number for me. It's a little more accurate, I feel like. Okay, so 70-ish. Like I said, I'm not going to be perfect, but, and when we're done, listen, I can't let y'all see me do it, not because I don't want to share, but because I track my macros on my phone. So you will be seeing my macros along the way. I take a picture of it, but I can't like show you how I track it. But if you know, you can, I'm sure you can find a YouTube video about how to use whatever kind of tracker you like. Again, I like Chronometer. MyFitnessPal is great also. However, I don't know what it's doing now, but used to MyFitnessPal didn't take out the fiber and all those things. So I had to do math and, well, y'all know, I ain't about that life. So, all right. So now, this rutabaga, this will probably last a couple weeks. Rutabaga is really, really resilient. So that's what I like about rutabaga, is it lasts a long time. And unlike potatoes, those you don't know, rutabaga is my favorite potato substitution. I have done radishes years and years ago. Well, I started 5 years ago, so I've done radishes, I've done turnips. Turnips are definitely, and probably radish, they are definitely the better solution when it comes to carb counting. But rutabaga is still about half of the calories and carbs of a potato. And on my way down, if you go back and look at my videos, I did use rutabaga in my weight loss, on my weight loss journey while I was tracking carbs. So, you know, go back to, I've got 3 different playlists of when I was really losing weight. So the one that has keto in, I think it's 3, then keto, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put this away. I'll be right back. Next up, we're going to do jicama. I don't always put jicama on there, but I feel like this one is going to last all week. So, that's the usual. Dadgummit, I keep putting my spoon away. And I need it. I don't like touching jicama. Anyway, I'm going to do about 6. Well, let me just see. Hang on. Oh, I know. I'll do this. This will be better. Like I said, I just don't like touching jicama. All right, and I won't need a spoon for that. All right, zero it out. Let's see. All right, so we're going for 60. 60. And then we're going to do 60 of jicama and 60 tomatoes. So zero out. Sometimes I don't add tomatoes the day I'm making my salad. The logic for that is because sometimes the tomatoes they're just not quite ready. And so when that's the case, I for sure don't want to, I don't like opening up and then eating I don't want to, I'm doing it to, there we go, close enough. I don't like opening up my salad and taking a bite of a mushy tomato. That's just like, bleh. So, hey, come back here. All right, so again, 60 jicama. Is this jicama? Sometimes you'll hear me interchange the names of jicama and rutabaga. It's just because I think my brain, I don't know. I think my mouth speaks faster than my brain. And so that's why half the time I say stuff, I say it without thinking. I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth half the time until it's already out. Then I'm like, oh, that probably wasn't a good thing to say. But it's just how my brain works. I just want to say things so bad, so much, so fast that I just can't help it. All right, so I'll get these last 2, and then we're going to go to the dressing that I'm going to experiment with today. Now, sometimes I've gotten extravagant, and I've added like green vegetables and, you know, like broccoli. I've added cauliflower. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've definitely added more veggies in the past, and that's perfectly fine. I was just doing kind of low key right now today. So then the final step that you all taught me is I take a paper towel and put it on the top. And come on, little fellers. Listen, you Linda. We ain't got time for no business. And then I flip it up and down. Flip it upside down. And that's how it's going to sit in my refrigerator. And I have had these stay as long as, I think, like 13 days. So I'm saying I do it on purpose, but they, you know, just doing this method. Now, not when the jicamá's been in there. I'm going to make that clear. So anyway, I'm going to get these last 4 and I'll be right back. So I was doing the math, and if 2 servings fits in here, we will see if it does. Then that would be about 33 calories-ish in a serving if I divide this into 6 servings. So let me see how much really does fit in here. Because that'd be 170 plus 170. Ziggy, 170 plus 170.
170 plus 170 is 340.
340. Okay, let's see if we can get 340 in here. If not, we'll see what happens. So, all right, I just need to see. That's a lot. 340. Oh, well, that's 170. We're going to be able to do that for sure. Hang on, did I get any? Okay. 340, we can do that. Because what I'm thinking is if I can make this be into 6 servings, so this could last for the week. What did she say? 340? Ziggy, 170 plus 170?
70 plus 170 is 240.
Well, Ziggy, 170 plus 170.
170 plus 170 is 340.
So 340 grams, just so I kind of have that written somewhere. All right. Now y'all say, I ain't done the research. Y'all know I don't do research. Y'all say that allulose is supposedly doesn't mess with the blood sugar. So 4 grams in a serving. So Ziggy, 4 times 6.
4 times 6 is 24.
All right, so I need 24 grams. So then that way it'd be 6 serving. 14. Ha ha! Go, Terri. Go. Oh, 23. Oh. Let me go see what's going on out there. Sorry about that. The mailman was delivering something. All right, there we go. So we got, I have to remember, because there's calories in the allulose. So I'm just going to put everything in here and then divide it by 6. 340 grams yogurt. And then 26 grams of allulose. All right. So then what you can do is plug things in as a recipe. Now. I'm going to put in some ranch seasoning to give it just kind of a fun flavor. I don't know how much is too much. We'll start off with that. Now, all right, y'all. These don't have any calories if you do a tablespoon, but there might be calories if you do 5 tablespoons. So let me just write down. We've got some. I want to write them down. Red wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and white wine vinegar. Hang on just a second. All right. Oh, come on, feller. All right, so red wine vinegar. So I've got the names written down, and then, because y'all know I like my stuff thin. All right, so 70 grams of red wine vinegar. Okay, so zero that out. Let's do some white wine vinegar. 63. See if we can get around 70. See if we can get around the same of all the vinegars. So 70. Let's see if I can get this one balsamic. Now, understand it may be in like 72 or whatever, but I'm not going to cry about it. All right, so 70 balsamic. This may be the nastiest thing I've ever had in my life, but we won't know unless we try it. So then I'm going to add just a touch more water. I'll be right back. So in the end, this went up to the, I think think it's 34. Hang on, let me see what that number is. No, 24. This is a 24-ounce bottle. So I can I can just watch that, and I can do 26 divided by 4. I know y'all are just like yelling at your whatever you're watching me on, like, girl. 24 divided by 3 is 4. Ha ha! Go Terri. Go Terri. All right, let's see what we think this tastes like. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Got that zing of the vinegars. The zing of the Greek yogurt. And I can't taste this at all, which is fine. Can't taste this at all. That's fine. So that is how I'm going to do my salads this week. So we'll see what I think about it. All right then, y'all. I'll see you later. Bye. Wait a minute. Let me plug this in so I can tell you what it all averages out to be. That's kind of a jerk move. Hang on. I've got a keen observer making sure everything is on the up and up. She probably doesn't think so. She thinks it's her job to trial something. Let's see if we can do this without every one of them coming in here. Probably. I'm sure they will hear it. Thanks for keeping, oh, here. Thanks for keeping things clean. Here you go, Sam. There, they got to make sure things are okay. Yeah. Is it past inspection, guys? It's a little, they're not sure. Anyway, all right, so my dressing is, if I use 65 grams, it's 48 calories, 5.7 protein, 8 total carbs. I've got total carbs turned on, and 0.2 fat. My salads are 119 calories, 4.1 protein, 28 total carbs, and 0.3 fat. So you do what's going to work for you and what counts for you. And yeah, I did, but I was counting macros. I don't remember. Sometimes I did total carbs. Sometimes I did net carbs. Let me see what it is. All is if I use net carbs. Hang on. 18.3 for the salad and 7 point something net carbs. Anyway, whatever. You do what you want to do. At the end of each day, I will post my total calories and whatnot for the day. So my salads are together. What did I say? That was four. Oh, shut up. We ain't talking to you. Stop. Okay, so 118 plus 48. Ziggy, 119 plus 48.
119 plus 48 is 167.
167. So I've always said, in my opinion, veggies ain't going to make me fat if they're whole veggies. Now, the kind I brought home today from Walmart, those will make me fat because they were definitely sugared. But there you go, guys. So that's going to be my lunch prep for the week, or my salad prep for the week, and my salad dressing.